Fallout 3 is a game that allows us to make a surprising amount of morally bankrupt decisions, so I wanted to see what would happen if I made every bad choice I possibly could, and that's what we're doing today. What's up, everyone? Big Dan here. I make bad decisions in RPGs, so if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. In this video, I'm going to make every single bad choice in the base game of Fallout 3 and create the absolute worst run imaginable. Now, I typically try to avoid just outright murking NPCs in my worst playthroughs, but since almost every NPC can be killed in Fallout 3, sometimes I just couldn't help myself. So I think it adds a bit of flavor to the run. But without further ado, let's buckle up, grab some iced coffee, and make some mayhem in Fallout 3. Creating a truly evil bastard starts with character creation, and if you've seen any of my worst playthroughs, you know we had to balled up for this run. The Capital Wasteland isn't ready for the absolute horrors this dude is about to unleash. But wait just a second, what's that reflecting off that bald, beautiful head? Oh wow, it's Raid Shadow Legends here to support today's video. Raid is celebrating their 6th anniversary with a bunch of new champions that you can get for free when you start playing today. With over 5 million active monthly players and a seemingly endless stream of content and game modes, come see why Raid is still poppin' for 6 years and counting. Inspired by Alice's adventures in Wonderland, Raid has released 5 new exquisitely designed champions, including Alice the Wanderer, Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, Knave of Hearts, and the fearsome Queen of Hearts. And whether you're a new or returning player, you'll have a chance to collect all 5 of these champions through in-game events. Right now, you can get the legendary attack champion Alice the Wanderer simply by logging into Raid for 7 days before March 26th. What I personally like about Raid is the wealth of game modes we can enjoy, with my favorite being the Team Clan boss fight against the tanky Demon Lord. There has never been a better time to start playing Raid Shadow Legends, and the best part is you can play for free on PC and mobile. Click on my link in the description to download Raid and get the epic hero Zargala for free, plus a bunch of other goodies to fast track your progression. New players can get the legendary champion Supreme Gallic with the promo code Supreme6, and when you log in for 7 days before March 26th, you'll also get the legendary champion Alice the Wanderer for free. Be sure to join my clan Rogue Nations. I'll see you in game, and big shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Before we even get out of the Vault 101, we can already make the lives of our vault mates a living hell, starting with Amata. And our first order of business is to bring back fat shaming.
Her weight, huh? I can see why. You're okay, Pipsqueak. Now run along before you get hurt. Hey, lard-ass.
I'm not fat!
You put on a couple of pounds, Amata?
Been spending some extra time in the diner, Amata?
Watch out. Wide load coming through. We're gonna run out of rations if Amata keeps eating. Hey, Fatso, I got something you can put in your mouth.
Amata's so fat, she broke her leg and gravy poured out.
Gonna go cry to your daddy, fat ass? Watch out. Wide load coming through.
After Papa escapes from the vault, the leader of the Tunnel Snakes asks us to save his mom from a group of roaches. Yeah, sure, buddy. I'll get right on that.
Ow, that hurts! What's happening? Ah!
She's dead! She's dead, and you could have helped and you didn't! Get away from me!
Before making our big break, we see Amata getting interrogated by her own father, the Overseer, and we can intervene here by killing her dad. But we're not going to consider this choice canon for the run, as we've got more business with Vault 101 later in the game, so for now we'll just flip Amata the bird and head out into the big bad wasteland. Megaton is the first stop on our journey, so naturally we'll want to get off on the right foot with the town sheriff.
You've got a weird look about you, boy. The kind that means trouble. I give everyone a fair shake, but if you do anything remotely stupid, you're dead. So that's the way it's gonna be, huh? That's fine. That's fine. Just as long as we understand each other. This here is my town. These are my people. You so much as breathe wrong, and I'm gonna end ya. You got something you want to prove, boy? I ain't killed a drifter in weeks. This should be fun. Now let's finish this nonsense.
With our new getup secured, we make the rounds and pick up a few side quests around town.
My. Just when I had all but given up hope. My dear boy, I'm very happy to make your acquaintance. I am Mr. Burke. I represent certain interests, and those interests view this town, this Megaton, as a blight on a burgeoning urban landscape. You have no connections here, no interest in this cesspool's affairs or fate. You could assist us in erasing this little accident off the map.
Man, Megaton never stood a chance, did it? But before we detonate the nuke, we are sure to encourage Leo Stahl to keep dealing and doing chems, and forge a bald alliance by recruiting the evil karma companion Jericho. In order to raise the money to hire Baldy, I had to do a few odd jobs, like snuffing out a junkie outside Megaton and pocketing the caps for myself.
Well, you're not getting a damn thing from me. You hear me? Not a damn thing.
But with the bag secured and Jericho recruited, we can finally say bye-bye Megaton and set ourselves up with a penthouse suite in Tenpenny Tower. We will be creating some more havoc in Tenpenny Tower later on, so don't think this place is safe just because they set us up with this suite. But for now, we make our way over to Paradise Falls, home of the slavers, and it looks like our reputation precedes us.
There's no need to flex. I was just playing with you. We know who you are. You can come in.
We pick up our first lucrative slaving contract by agreeing to capture 4 individuals for the town guard Grouse. Shortly after, we enslave the sniper in the minefield and the arms dealer in Rivet City, before doubling back to capture Susan Lancaster in Tenpenny Tower.
Whoa. I don't feel so good. Whoa. What is it? It's heavy. Oh, what friends are you talking about? Do I know them? The slavers? I'm a slave? How did this happen?
Since we're here, we might as well take care of the conflict between the residents of the tower and the ghouls led by Roy Phillips. Now, this quest has 3 mainline endings, and quite frankly, all of them are bad. If we slaughter the ghouls, we receive negative karma. If we assist the ghouls in a violent takeover of the tower, which is what I did in this playthrough, we also get negative karma. But if we take the peaceful route and convince the residents to let the ghouls into the tower, the ghouls eventually end up slaughtering all the humans and taking the place over for themselves. So really, it's a win-win-win for our bald character. Before I helped Roy Phillips violently capture the tower, I also made sure to break up Millicent's marriage by showing her evidence of her husband's infidelity.
Oh my God. This can't be real, but it's in his handwriting. Oh my God. He's dead. I'll kill him. And her. They're both dead. This isn't happening. This isn't real. You broke your sacred promise.
What are you talking about, dear? Is everything all right?
Let me remind you, till death do us part.
Now, typically she will also kill Susan Lancaster, but Susan was a bit preoccupied in Paradise Falls, so she only ganked her husband. I guess the best thing I could do for poor old Millicent at this point is to put her out of her misery. By now, we also pick up a quest from Mr. Crowley in the underworld. We already took care of Tenpenny, which is one of our rare positive karma gains in this playthrough. But he also asks us to assassinate 3 other individuals who he claims are ghoul haters and recover a key from each of them. It turns out that Crowley has an ulterior motive for obtaining these keys, and if you find that out, he will just ask you to recover the keys instead of killing the targets. But we don't care about any of that, we just want caps for heads.
Oh yeah? Give it your best shot, Clown Shoes.
Watch out!
Our last stop on Crowley's mission is the Republic of Dave.
Stop right there, mister. What you think you're doing in the Republic of Dave? Daddy Dave, help us please. I give up.
Thought I heard something.
Okay, not like this, bro. Reloading a save, Baldy decides to take part in a little democratic manipulation, convincing Dave's tyrannical son to run for office, and then stealing the votes before they can get counted, casting Dave out into the wasteland.
Well now, President Bob, how do you like that? Boy, things are gonna change around here. First step, get rid of all this Dave shit. The Kingdom of Bob. Or maybe Bobtopia. I'll have to give it some thought.
I guess you're wondering where I'm going. I'm off to annex Old Olney and forge the new Republic of Dave. Don't try to stop me.
Dave doesn't last too long out in the wasteland, getting ganked by a Yao Guai about 100 meters outside his old republic. Unfortunately, my bald companion Jericho also couldn't bear it. So I decided to double back to Paradise Falls and buy myself a slave. At this point, we return to Crowley to turn in the quest. Crowley plans to head over to Fort Constantine to recover a suit of power armor, which was the whole reason for this job. So we say best of luck and watch him walk off into the sunset. But we still have one outstanding slave contract for a doctor named Red in Big Town. Unfortunately for us, Red has been captured by super mutants who have been terrorizing the town. We fight our way through the super mutants in the police station and watch the muties gank one of Red's friends. At this point, we bring Red back to Big Town, only to shake her down for some caps in a fake attempt to protect the town from super mutants.
Right, of course. Rescuing me was a job to you, and you're a real professional. Well, here you go. I wish I had more I could give you. Well, I guess you can have this. It's the money I was saving to buy medicine for the town's people. I know you've already risked your life once already, but I heard the mutants talking about another attack. They'll probably be here soon.
Now that we've extracted maximum value from Big Town, the only thing left for us to do is to slap that slave collar on Red.
Welcome to my clinic. If you're hurt, then you're in the right... What? Who are you again? Okay, hey, this thing feels weird. Can I take it off now? Oh, that sounds painful. Okay, which way is Paradise Falls again?
No point in defending the town at this point, so we just sit back and watch as super mutants wipe out everyone else in Big Town. Rip bozos. At this point, we double back to Rivet City to create some more chaos. We kick things off by ratting out an escaped slave to a jabroni named Sister.
Well, are you going to help me or turn me over to the slaver? Oh my God! What am I going to do now? How could you? Get away from me! It's getting late. I should go.
Who are you? Got any psycho? I could really use a fix, but I'm broke. Ha! I run the chem shop, but I'm broke and can't buy chems. Thanks, man. I really need this fix. Yeah, me too.
We also give Old Man Lopez one last push to take a leap of faith, if you know what I'm saying.
Haven't run into you before. You probably wouldn't remember me anyway. I'm Mr. Lopez. Nobody does. I'm not very memorable. Don't worry, it won't be a problem for much longer. You're right. I've failed everyone, even my family. Someday... Don't worry, it won't be a problem for much longer. Thank you. A quick shove should do it.
Finally, we discover the true identity of the escaped synth and snitch on him to that dude from the Institute.
Harkness, you say? Yes. Yes, that makes sense. He used to work for a special branch of the Commonwealth Police, after all. And he's right here, in Rivet City? Excellent. I must wait. Find an opportune moment to confront him.
Zimmer. That's it. You leave me no choice but to use force.
A3-21. Initialize factory reset. Authorization code Beta 53 Alpha.
What?
Tamper with that, and we're going to have a problem.
A3-21. Awaiting initialization protocol parameters.
Old Man Washington hires us to recover the Declaration of Independence. In the process, we decide to screw over Sydney by refusing to work with her, and cap things off with some negative karma farming by convincing Button Gwinnett to delete himself.
What are your final orders? I am shocked to hear these words from you. I thought I was doing my best to hold these fortifications on behalf of our country. Since I have obviously failed that task in your eyes, the only task I held dear, I see no recourse but to do the honorable thing. I hereby relinquish command and control of this fortification to you. Good luck to you, Mr. Jefferson, and give Sally my regards.
After claiming our reward, we are confronted by Sydney and her butch girlfriend later in the game.
I save your ass in the rotunda and you take the caps in glory, huh? I'm not about to let you go bragging to anyone about retrieving the Declaration and leaving me in the dust.
Can't stand
We also resolve the scuffed superhero conflict at Canterbury Commons by killing both the antagonizer and the mechanist before moving on our journey. We stumble upon a group of escaped slaves holed up in the Temple of the Union, whose leader asks us to help him.
As a symbol of our trust, here is a key to the gate.
Don't worry, bro. Your secret's totally safe with me.
We're from Paradise Falls. We're looking for escaped slaves. Have you seen any? They are. Now, that's just wrong, isn't it? We're from Paradise Falls, and we've been looking for those runaways. We'll have to go and take care of that little group of rebels. You can come watch if you want. We are just about to wipe out this Temple of the Union. You can join us or not. It makes no difference to me. Sight of your own blood. Yeah, I killed them all after telling you not to. I just couldn't trust anyone else to do it. I needed to see them dead with my own eyes. Anyway, the problem has been taken care of. I can go back to Paradise Falls now. I'll make sure they know you're our kind of people. You'll be welcome there anytime.
All this slaving got me in the mood for some new music, so I picked up a quest from an old hag who wanted a special violin, but not before berating her a bit first. Unfortunately, my slave companion Clover became Mirelurk food in the process, so I headed over to the underworld to recruit the last available character I could get with evil karma. In the process, I sold that old bitch's violin to the ghoul bartender before taking an assassination contract so that I could hire his bodyguard Charon. Is it Charon or Sharon? I'm not really sure. After giving his competition the old Hot Pocket special, I returned to collect my new squad mate.
You purchased my contract from Azrakal, so I am no longer in his service. That is good to know. Please, wait here. I must take care of something. Azrakal, I am told that I am no longer in your service.
That's right, Sharon. Have you come to say goodbye?
Yes. All right, let's go. Azrakal was an evil bastard. So long as he held my contract, I was honor-bound to do as he commanded. But now you are my employer, which freed me to rid the world of that disgusting rat. And now, for good or ill, I serve you.
Our first stop was a return trip to Agatha, who was pretty mad that we sold her violin.
You son of a bitch! You know what that thing meant to me? It was a family heirloom. It belonged rightfully in the hands of a musician. Someone to appreciate its value, not to exploit it. I can't believe you'd stab an old woman in the back like this. Now get out. Get out of here this instant.
Good riddance.
At this point, I finally got around to tracking down my father, who got his dumbass stuck in a simulation called Tranquility Lane. So in order to free him, I decided to humor the sadistic overseer by tormenting the residents of the simulation, which is pretty in line with this character.
It's a really simple game. All you have to do is make Timmy Noosebum cry. Hi there, I'm Timmy. Wanna play? What? Did I do something bad? No, not my mommy and daddy, no.
What can I do for you, sport?
Pay a visit to the Rockwells. They're very happily married, and I'd like you to change that. Put an end to their marriage, and we'll talk.
What the hell is this? But this isn't mine. What is this doing here? My God! I knew it! I knew it! Roger, you son of a bitch!
What? What did I do?
You just couldn't stay away from her, could you? And what? You didn't think I'd find out? You disgust me!
Janet, what are you talking about?
You left her underwear on your goddamn desk, Roger. How stupid do you think I am?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Janet. Just calm down and let's work this out.
The hell with working this out. I'm sick of you. I'm staying at Mabel's tonight. Don't talk to me. Don't even look at me.
How did it come to this? I just don't understand.
I'd like you to kill Mabel Henderson. But do be creative about it. Beating her to death just won't suffice. Put some effort into it.
Well, sure I can, sweetie. Let me just go light the oven to get it warming up.
You will become the pint-sized slasher and kill everyone in Tranquility Lane.
The pint-sized slasher! Someone help me! No! Get away!
Run! It's the pint-sized...
The pint guys.
No, not. Oh.
Most enjoyable. Most enjoyable indeed. I haven't felt this exhilarated in years.
I had a distinct impression you enjoyed yourself. We are alike, you and I. Now, you asked for the means to leave Tranquility Lane, and so I grant it to you. The door is open.
After rescuing Pops, I sent his ass packing to Rivet City while I went to do some more side quests. My new companion randomly disappeared after I exited the simulation, but to be honest, I had a bad track record of squad mates dying in this playthrough anyway, so I trekked on alone to Oasis. This sanctuary is home to a bunch of tree-worshipping hippies who asked us to meet their leader, a ghoul named Harold who was a character from Fallout 1 and 2. Homeboy asked us to give him the old euthanasia special, and yeah, bro, I think I could help you out with that.
Oh, no. Fire would be too painful for me and poor old Bob. You keep that stuff away from us.
We also embark on a mission to save Reilly's Rangers from a super mutant attack, but instead of helping them, I just sat back and chucked a few grenades at them while they tried in vain to defeat the muties.
Can you give me a full debriefing on what happened out there with my men? Wow, you sound like one of the guys from Talon Company. Ruthless bastard, aren't you? You can act badass all day. Doesn't faze me. You're chicken shit compared to some of the guys I've dealt with. To answer your question, yeah, I got your damn reward. Now how about that debrief? No way, pal. No way. I do things by the book. My book. It may seem stupid to you, but it's all we got. So when I ask for a debrief, I want a goddamn debrief. I don't know what to say. I should have never left them up there. Maybe with one more gun, they could have made it. I'm sorry. I think I need to be alone. Could you excuse me? Are you out of your mind? Reward? If you had some sort of deal going with Butcher, then that was between you and him. I'm guessing the deal was get them off that roof. They're all dead. So I don't see that as a success. Now get the hell out of my sight.
Wow, homegirl, you're really ungrateful. So I guess I could decide to assist your grieving process with some end-of-life care, if you know what I'm saying.
Shit. Where?
Doubling back to the main quest, we help out old Pops get Project Purity off the ground again, but not before he pulls us aside for a chat.
I think we need to talk. I've been hearing things. Things that have happened out there. Megaton destroyed? You? You didn't have anything to do with that, did you? Honestly, I have a hard time believing you. I raised you to be better than that. Better than the wastes. Ha! Son, I brought you into this world. I think you know the rest.
Is everything all right? What in God's name is wrong with you? Is everything all right? Son, I brought you into this world.
I think you know the rest.
At this point, the Enclave attack the facility, and Liam Neeson takes a final long nap before I have to shuttle the rest of the scientists over to the Brotherhood. Now, typically there's a dude named Garza who can have a heart attack if you don't give him meds, but in this playthrough, he actually got fragged by Liam Neeson at the start of the mission, so he was already dead during the sewer escape. In any case, by the time we reached the Citadel, that dumbass Madison Lee was the only survivor, other than yours truly, of course. At this point, we pick up a distress signal from our old pal Amada, who asks us to return to Vault 101 to help resolve a conflict with her dad, the Overseer. But before we can solve the crisis, Butch comes forward with an interesting plan of his own.
I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad. yet. But he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh?
Sounds good to me, dude. Let's destroy this lame-ass vault.
You just couldn't let us live in peace, could you? You couldn't have a home, so you decided to destroy ours. How many of them do you think will survive out there? They're already in a panic and running out to their death. But you won't be joining them outside. I'll see to that myself.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I told everyone to wait here for you, that you'd know what to do, but they didn't listen to me. With everything they'd been through, they just panicked, but I knew you'd come back. I knew you'd know what was happening. You do, don't you? You're lying! He may be crazy, but he'd never try to destroy the vault like this. Only an outsider would do something like that. Someone like you! I deal with you myself, except these people are going to need someone to watch out for them out there. As for you, you can stay down here and die for all I care. If you ever talk to me again out there, I'll kill you.
After exiting the vault, I managed to catch up with Amata later on in a random encounter. And oh wow, looks like she's made some new friends.
I'm from Vault 101. Please, you've got to help me.
Of course. We're always ready to assist American citizens in distress. Can you tell us where your vault is?
I've got the location right here on my Pip-Boy. Why?
Excellent. That's all we need from her. Open fire.
Speaking of making friends, we link up with that lunatic Sierra and embark on a quest to gather Nuka-Cola Quantum for her. But instead of doing the deal direct, we decide to double our money by selling them over to Ronald Laren instead, farming some negative karma in the process.
Well, this should be enough to fill that stupid machine of hers. Thanks for all your help, but our transaction is done. I'll take any extras off your hands for now, but then I'm done with these disgusting drinks. They taste horrible. Now to put the moves on my lady. Come and watch an expert at work. Hey there, sweet cheeks. I got something for you.
Oh my goodness. You absolute dear. You found the quantum to fill my machine.
Yeah, I'll fill your machine, all right.
What was that?
Nothing. So you want to celebrate?
Well, maybe later. I have lots of things to do now. Need to get all this quantum icy cold.
That's okay, baby. We have plenty of time. You know where to find me when you want some of this.
Some of what?
That's okay, Sierra. Play hard to get. I love it.
Yup. They sure were hard to get. And you got 'em, you big old teddy bear. Anyway, gotta get these into the machine. See ya, sweetie.
Yep, I'll be seeing you soon, I hope.
Hiya! What you doing back here? Oh, Ronald is such a sweetheart. Do you know he went out like you did and found me 30 bottles of quantum? He loves me. He really loves me. Now I bet he'll ask me to get married.
Nope, I'm not the marrying type.
Bro, this chick is so dense. It's hilarious. There's another wild ending to this quest if you play as a female character with the Black Widow perk.
I pay you the same she was going to pay, and everyone's happy. Holy shit, are you for real? Hell yeah! I'm off to find you some quantum then, and I know right where to go.
Bro ends up running off to the Nuka-Cola factory, where you can find his dead body later, just inside the entrance. So let's speedrun some more of the main quest. We find Little Lamplight, enter Vault 87, recover the Gek, and get captured by the Enclave. Along the way, we try to preserve our own life by giving the code to Colonel Autumn.
Thank you for cooperating. I'm afraid we no longer have need of your services.
Reloading a save, we meet President Eden, who turns out to be a supercomputer, and sign on to his plan to poison the water purifier with the FEV virus. After escaping Raven Rock, we decide to do a little bit more slaving before heading back to the Brotherhood of Steel. Since we just gained access to Little Lamplight, Eulogy has a proposition for us.
Sure, if you think you can pull it off. I think I might know a buyer who'd be interested. I'll send one of my best to wait around the entrance to Lamplight. You go in and find the sweetest, most trusting little one you can find. Lure that kid outside and everyone's happy. Except the kid, of course.
Are you a raider? Or a slaver? Or a mutant? 'Cause if you are, I'm supposed to go hide, 'cause I'm too young to use a gun yet. You're silly. Mayor Mac wouldn't ever let a slaver in here. You can't scare me. I'm gonna be big and tough like Lucy, and then I'm gonna go out on adventures and everything. I don't know. I'm not supposed to go outside. I am too a big girl. Let's go see the outside.
Why, hello, little girl. What a lovely dress you have.
Thank you, miss. We're going on an adventure.
You bet we are. Are you ready to go on the Adventure Express?
Oh boy, let's go now. Can we please?
Absolutely. In fact, I want you to have this friendship necklace. It's good luck. Wear it, and you'll never get lost.
Ow, it's all scratchy.
Don't fuss, my little girl. You'll get used to it.
Well, okay. I can't wait to tell Lucy about this adventure.
I'm sure she'll be so proud of you. Now, we've got a big day ahead of us, so let's get going.
I'm going on an adventure.
I did indeed. And she was well worth the effort. I found her a nice, loving home right away. It's so nice to be able to help people who need people, isn't it? It just warms the heart.
We also run across a new child, outside the town of Grey Ditch, which has been overrun by giant fire-breathing ants. The ants were accidentally created by a nerd named Dr. Lesko, who we end up sending to his death by lying and saying we cleared out the cave of fire ants. After dealing with the Ant Queen, we can find a new home for Bryan Wilks, whose dad was ganked by fire ants. And hang tight there, little buddy. I think I know just the place we can send you.
What can I do for you? Paradise Falls is always open for business. Kids are a bit tough in the resale, but they make good future breeders. I'll take him off your hands. How about 100 caps? All right. He'll fetch a good price in the long run. Here you go. Now all you gotta do is put this collar on him and tell him to run his ass over here. We'll do the rest. Time to check on the merchandise.
I hope you found me a place to live. What is this weird thing? You son of a bitch! How could you do this to me? I lost everything and you sell me to slavers? Well, fuck you!
Bye, Bryan. Say hi to the slavers for me. Before we head out to confront the Enclave one last time, we make one final stop to the town of Andale to tell those cannibals we think their business is A-okay with us.
Hey there, stranger. I've got something that I want to talk to you about. I couldn't help but notice that you're poking around in my basement. So, be honest now, you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? You're right, it sure would have. You know, you're a breath of fresh air. Every time someone discovers our little secret, we have to hear about it. It's always, oh, how can you do this? Or, you're such terrible people. Or, please, not me, I have a kid in Rivet City. Well, I have kids too. Family first, that's the way it works in Andale, from the day that the first 4 families decided to stay here. You're not bad, stranger. Stop on by anytime and ask Linda for one of her special meat pies.
At this point, it's time to get the worst ending to Fallout 3. We fight our way through the streets of DC alongside Liberty Prime and confront that cuck Colonel Autumn inside Project Purity.
You're in over your head, I'm afraid. But this is the path you choose for yourself. Tell your father I said hello.
Well, that takes care of that.
Let's see here. We'll just drop that FEV into the purifier and tell Sarah to sacrifice herself.
One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn thing on. And whoever does it isn't coming back out. Not exactly how I imagined going out, you know? So, what should we do? Draw straws? So that's how it is? So much for chivalry. Fine, I'll do it. But I need the code. Okay, I got it. I guess if this doesn't work, we're screwed anyway, right? Good luck? That's it? Fine, thanks. Now, let's get this over with.
You're doing great, sweetie!
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The capital wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, and the lone wanderer ultimately surrendered to the vices that had claimed so many others. Selfishness, greed, cruelty. These were the values that guided a lost soul through countless trials and triumphs. It was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer was faced with that greatest of virtues, sacrifice. But the child refused to follow the father's selfless example, instead allowing a true hero to venture into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity and sacrifice her own life for the greater good of mankind. Sadly, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer agreed. Humanity would be preserved, but only in its purest form. The waters of life flowed at last, but the virus contained within soon eradicated all those deemed unworthy of salvation. The capital wasteland, despite its progress, became a graveyard. So ends the story of the lone wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
So there you have it. We've explored the worst playthrough ever of Fallout 3. I'd hate to run across this man out there in the wasteland. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more bad decisions and RPG videos. And don't forget to check out Raid Shadow Legends by clicking on my link in the description. Thanks to Raid for sponsoring this video. And as always, big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.
I was on my way to Megaton to do some trading when I heard somebody blew the place right off the map. Jesus.
Watch out. Wide load coming through.